Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, the Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And today, my special guest is Lieutenant Matt McClung with the Monroe Police Department, and we're here to bring you some very important information about the law beginning July 1 of this year. And we need to get this information out there because it will affect everyone in Monroe and Georgia, the statewide. So,
Yes.
Lieutenant, I will let you get started and tell us a little bit about the law and what it means to us.
What the law means is as of July 1, any person operating a motor vehicle won't be able to hold in their hand while they're operating a motor vehicle a telecommunication device or light device, electronic device, GPS in their hand, an iPod, an iPad, cell phone, anything like that. They won't be able to hold those devices in their hand while they're operating a motor vehicle at the same time.
Okay. Will the city of Monroe, I know we have different law enforcement agencies in Walton County, will Monroe PD allow a grace period?
The City of Monroe Police Department is going to follow the state law, which says that there is no grace period. However, we leave it up to officer discretion, the individual officer, to determine whether or not they want to give a grace period. So it may be the severity of the crime. One officer may stop and give you a warning for speeding. Another officer may actually write you a citation for it. So we're going to leave it up to officer discretion. We're not going to set a policy on that. But some agencies are establishing grace periods and requiring their officers to give those.
Okay. What about, like if you're, let's talk a minute about the points on your license, like the first stop. What are some information you can give about that?
If you're found guilty of the hands-free law as of July 1, the first time it's 1 point on your driver's license, which means that will cause your insurance rates to go up. Your second time caught would be 2 points on your license. And every time after that, your third time and beyond would be 3 points every time.
And are there any, differences between like an 18-year-old or a 30-year-old? Or is everything generally the same?
As far as the amount of points that you get, everybody gets the same amount of points regardless of whether or not they're 18 years old or they're 65 years old.
Okay. All right. And what would you say that folks would need to have as far as in their car, as far as GPS and that sort of thing, beginning July 1? What would be helpful?
The most helpful thing I can think of for people would be some kind of device that would hold the phone or cradle the phone so that you could see the phone but not have it in your hand, because everybody is going to have that natural reaction when that phone rings to look and see who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whether it's in your pocketbook, whether it's down in the seat next to you, whether you're following the law, it doesn't not supporting it with any part of your body, your natural reaction would be to look. And the best place, if you're going to look, I would rather you just simply glance down at your dash like you're looking at your speedometer.
Mm-hmm.
I know they make several of those devices, excuse me, that may either stick on your air conditioning vent or they mount right there to your dash of your car. And that's what I would recommend. There's several wireless headset devices, kind of like the one I'm wearing here on my neck now,
Mm-hmm.
that will meet that function. But you won't be able to see who it is calling. You'll just blindly be answering the phone unless you have the phone mounted there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is considered a wireless telecommunication device?
The law gives about 2 paragraphs worth of definition on it. And basically, what I can tell you, if it's an electronic device that looks like, smells like, it tastes like a electronic device, like a cell phone, like I said, iPad, iPhone. If it could be, it is.
Okay.
The only things that would not be, it specifically excludes about 6 or 7 things. One of those being like 2-way radios.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you and another couple are driving down the road and you're going on vacation, maybe in carpool and caravanning, and you want to have radios to be able to talk back and forth, you can have those in your hand. Those are not considered telecommunication devices. Those are specifically CB radios are not telecommunication devices.
Okay.
There's certain things like that in the law that are not. But as far as watching movies, watching videos, recording anything while you're operating the video, those are all considered telecommunication devices. Now, I've been asked a lot of times about the recording video. There's a system now that you can buy at most auto parts stores and even Walmart that allows you to have a camera inside your car that records all the time, almost like a police car. It mounts to your your mirrors and things like that.
Mhm.
Those are not considered telecommunication devices, but it wouldn't matter if it was because you're not supporting it with your body, and that's what the law requires. So those that mount on and record all the time, those are completely fine. You can still record. We just don't want you driving down the road recording things
Yeah.
driving down the road.
Okay. So if, let's just say, for example, if you had not an emergency situation, but if you had to make a call, what would you suggest to a driver?
Well, that's another point you bring up. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to touch on something else also.
Mhm.
Emergency. If you have an emergency, emergencies are exempted from the law specifically.
Okay.
If you see a crime occurring, you see a crime about to occur, you can use your phone while you're operating a motor vehicle. That's exempt. If you see a motor vehicle crash and you need to call for help, you can use your cell phone. If you're involved in one, anytime it's an emergency, you can use your cellular device to contact 911 or contact somebody for emergency purposes. Now, to your question, if somebody does need to make a phone call while they're operating their vehicle, they need to pull over. The vehicle needs to be in park, and they need to be out of the travel lanes. I've heard some people describe it as it needs to be parked in a space. Well, it doesn't always necessarily have to be parked in a parking space. If you're driving down Highway 78 out here in Monroe, and your car breaks down and you pull over on the side of the road and you're out of the travel, you can obviously use your phone to call somebody to let them know you need help. It's the same thing. As long as you're pulled over, out of the lane of travel, you're not blocking other traffic, so you're not blocking somebody's driveway to a business or something like that, then you can use the phone at that point in time. But the car must be in park, not in drive with your foot on the brake.
Okay, yeah, that is a question that I've had, and I'm sure others will have as well.
We've been asked
so-
that a number of times, yes.
Yeah, okay. Anything else that you want to tell us about the law that y'all have been trained in? I know you all have a video,
Yes.
and we would like for our viewers to know where to go to watch that video. And
They can go to the City of Monroe Police Department's Facebook page, and you can see that video on there. It's our hands-free driving law video. We're also putting up banners. The City of Monroe Police Department, we're putting up 3-foot by 8-foot banners that we're paying for. We're having put on Highway 11 to remind drivers that as of July 1, the law goes into effect. Well, you asked if there's anything else. We have been getting several questions. There's a lot of confusion about the law. It is not a complete and total distracted driving law. It is a telecommunication or cell phone driving law. And what that means is I've been asked, can you eat and drive down the road? While I wouldn't recommend it, the law does not cover that. Can you drink a Coca-Cola and drive down the road? While I wouldn't recommend it, once again, you can do that. The law does not cover that. It's not talking about that in this law. This law is specifically talking about cellular and telecommunication devices.
okay, through the City of Monroe, would you say that you all have worked more accidents through the cellular devices than alcohol or drugs, or are they about the same?
I would say that right now, because we're not tracking that data yet,
Okay.
because it hadn't been a law for us to track it yet. Now that it is a law, we'll be citing for that, and we'll better track it through our reporting software. This is just based off of what my perception is, and what I've seen. In my opinion, I believe that they are probably about 50-50. We're getting just as many accidents with impaired driving as we are with distracted driving.
Okay. And are you all at your office available to come talk to youth groups or any groups that may
Yes, definitely. That's
need to spread this message?
That's one of my responsibilities that I do at the department is some community outreach and teaching and things like that. I'm the training manager at the department, so if organizations need somebody to come out and talk to them about this type of thing, I'd be happy to do so.
Okay, great. Well, I think that about covers it, and if they have questions, they can contact you at Monroe Police Department, or if you have questions for us here at the partnership, you can always call me at my direct line at 770-207-3175. And I really appreciate you taking time this morning to come talk to us and spread the word about the changes that we will all see July 1. So, as always, thank you for watching.
Let's get Wow, rock it! This is Wednesday, the 4th of July. This is Monroe's 4th celebration. It's been a great time out here. Been a lot of things for people to do, a lot of food, and of course the fireworks are in the background. Everybody's enjoying this 4th of July.
Good morning. It is still June the 8th, and we are still in downtown Monroe, but we moved a little bit, and we've come back with Mr. Chad and Liz, and they are here with Chili's Cafe. Now, when I say cafe, they're a little bit more than just cafe. You have to come and see for yourself, but before I go any further with that part, first, Chad, on behalf of the Chamber, thank you so much for your membership.
Thank you.
We're so excited. I know I am personally, because you make my special sandwich. We'll get to that in a minute, too. But it's great. It's my honor to be here with you guys, and just congratulations. So tell us a little bit about what all you guys do and what we can eat.
Well, we're a general store and cafe, so we have a section of the store that's locally made goods, jams, jellies, honeys, anything you can think we've got it, bulk candy. But we also have the cafe. We do homemade chicken salad, pimento cheese, our chili's homemade, and our slaw is also homemade. We've got a ton of sandwiches, different hot dogs. We're home of the chili dog, which is our signature dog. It's all beef dog, pimento cheese, chili, and bacon. We do homemade desserts. Check out our Facebook page, Chili's General Store and Cafe in Monroe, and you can keep up with all of our specials.
Perfect. He forgot about one thing. Up here on the menu, you have all the different things, but there's this one perfect sandwich, and it's called a Carrie Special. Yes, I named it, but he keeps saying that he's going to put it up there. He just hadn't yet. So just when you come in, be sure to ask for the Carrie Special. I promise you will love it. All right, did you give me your telephone number?
I did not. It's 678-726-3533. And we're on Facebook, I mentioned, but we're also on Instagram, so check us out there as well.
Perfect. Well, you ready to cut your ribbon?
I am.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
Hello again, and guess what? It's still June the 8th, and we are still in downtown Monroe. But now we moved upstairs, and we are with Misty with Finest Frog Hair. So I want to congratulate you, and thank you so much for being a part of the Chamber. And so we're going to go and let you go in to tell us all the beautiful things you can do for everybody that wants to come up here and get them done.
Well, we're actually two shops in one. We're an embroidery shop on that side, so if you want something monogrammed of your own, you can bring it in and we do that. You can have birthday shirts made, we can do your book bags, lunch boxes, basically anything that can go on an embroidery machine, we can do it because it's a 16-needle Melco, so it can handle almost anything. And then we're also a children's boutique, as you can see, but what's different about our boutique is that we make the majority of the garments here in the store. So if you want something custom made for a child, anything from newborn, boy or girl, even though there's more girl stuff in here right now, we do boy things also. And but we start at newborn, we go up from there, and once they get to like the preteen age, starting to go through puberty, we can start taking their measurements, and you can still have special outfits made. Birthday outfits, Christmas, fall, costumes, we can do it all.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, tell them how they can find you so they can come up here and start
We're in
shopping.
the Monroe Mercantile Building in downtown Monroe, right on 113 North Broad Street, and we're on the 3rd level on the mezzanine. And so you got to climb some stairs, but we're here, and we're here Monday through Saturday. We're open at 10 and we're open till 6:30 Monday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday we're open till 8.
And a telephone number they can reach.
678-726-3500.
And are you on social media? I can't remember if I asked you.
Yes, we're on Facebook.
Excellent.
Working on Instagram.
Excellent. Well, good deal. Well, again, thank you. And like I said, if you're ready to come up and get all your little cutesy things done for your little girls or grandbabies, I know my boss has got a list going because she's got 3 beautiful grandbabies. So hopefully they'll be coming up soon, and we can get things done. And so you ready to go cut your ribbon? Sure. Excellent. 3. Excellent. There you go. Y'all are doing we're good. There you go. Doing good. Good morning. It is Friday, and guess what? It's June 8th. Very good. We practiced that, just letting you know. And we are here with Miss Jenny, which is with GCE Boutique, and Miss Carrie with Carrie Creation. Just like everything else, I want to tell you how much we are so happy to have you guys a part of the chamber. And we are at your new location, correct?
Correct.
So excellent. So before we go get into the location, all that good stuff, tell everybody what all both of you can do.
Sure. So we're excited to relocate here at the Monroe Mercantile with Olive Branch Antiques and the opportunity that they have given us. It's actually a year ago that we opened the booth at our previous location, actually on this date, June 8th. So it's a good day. But we're great and excited to be here. GCE Boutique has lots of gift items for women, children, anything you can kind of imagine, as you can see behind us. And then I'm excited to have my mom partner with me with Carrie's Creations, and she is the go-to. So if someone asks, hey, can you do this? I say, I'm sure my mom can. And so mom does custom quilts, custom orders, and then she has tons of different bags and children's items, and then some quilts as well. But we're located, again, at the Monroe Mercantile with Olive Branch Antiques, and excited to be here.
All right, and tell them your hours also. Sorry about that.
The same as Olive Branch. Nicole, what are your hours?
Monday through Thursday from 10 to 6:30, and Friday and Saturday from 10 to 8.
Perfect. And they're amazing, so I don't have to remember that or think about it. So
And they can find you on social media?
yes, absolutely. Jenny's Custom Embroidery is our Facebook page, and I'll be posting stuff for Carrie's Creations as well on that, and GC Boutique.
You want to throw out a telephone number?
Who calls people?
Well, so you can
If
text
you want
her.
to call me, it's 770-616-1282, and Carrie's number 770-310-2302. Yeah.
Very good. Well, again, congratulations. And you ready to cut your ribbon?
Yes.
Let's do it.
We're gonna
3. Again, good morning. It is Friday, June the 8th, and we are in downtown Monroe, and I'm here with James Draper with Monroe Mercantile Company. My goodness, that's a tongue twister. I'm so sorry. Before I go any further, I am going to introduce Miss Sadie with the City of Monroe, and she's got a couple of words.
Yeah, we are so excited about all of this, all the mini ribbon cuttings that we just did, but there's even more inside this place. So you need to come in if you have not been in and see the amazing renovation that JC Development did. The whole space is incredible to see. We love that we have one of our big anchors active again and beautiful. It's worth coming in, get something great to eat, shop, buy things, stimulate your local economy, and we're thrilled to have this in downtown Monroe.
Great. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate that. So, James, tell us about, this was Buckles Hardware before, for many, many years, and I know there was some other stuff way before our time. I'm not as young as him. But tell us a little bit about the renovations and what all you guys did.
Yeah, so like Sadie said, definitely come to town, check it out. Buckles, the family, Buckles, with the last name Buckles, if you're watching, thank you for everything y'all did for the community. They were here for 40 years, and it was a hardware store, very good for the community.
Most definitely, yes.
So we just came in and renovated the building, brought the old hardwood floors back, and brought life back into the building. So definitely come downtown, check out the work, check out all the awesome companies here and all the people, and appreciate it.
Very good. Well, I know y'all have another business too. Do you want to give them y'all's telephone number so if they want to reach out to you, they can get in touch?
Yeah, so if you're if you're a maker, if you are an artist, if you like to have any retail business, could contact Nicole with Olive Branch and get your stuff and your items in here, or you can contact JAC Development and we'll see if we got a space for you. And our number is 770-267-6545.
Very good. Well, again, congratulations and thank you for being a chamber member. We're so happy for you. So you ready to go outside and cut the ribbon?
Yes.
All right.
Hello, my name is Cassandra Hainsworth, and I am the 4-H agent here in Walton County. Often when I'm around town, I hear people say that they are not aware that 4-H is still here in the county, and they're shocked to find out that we still have programs going on. And so I just wanted to give you an update on some of the things that we have going on here in Walton County 4-H. So we have programs available for youth, school-age youth, from kindergarten to 12th grade. If your child is a 5th grader here in Walton County and they are at Walton County Public School, if they're at Social Circle Elementary School, or if they're at George Walton, then we actually do 4-H programming in their classroom every single month. So your child gets an opportunity to be involved in 4-H in their 5th grade classroom, and we do programs related to our three mission mandates, which is healthy living, science and technology, and citizenship and leadership. Also, we do programs after school at our middle schools. So we are at Youth Middle School, Loganville Middle School, Carver Middle School, and Social Circle Middle School. So if you have students there, then they are able to get involved in our program once a month for our after school program. For our 7th through 12th grade students, we also have county council, and that's an opportunity once a month for your students to come out and gain more team leadership experience, as well as give back to their community in our service learning projects. So that's an opportunity for your child to come and be involved in our 4-H program from all age groups, from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. This year, we're also starting a community club for those students that are not in any of the schools that we've already mentioned, or if they are, they still want to get additional 4-H knowledge and 4-H experience, and they just love being a part of 4-H, and they would be able to come out and participate in that club as well. And it's going to be open for students in K through 6th grade. So please be on the lookout for that information, because we'll be sending it out in the newspaper on our monthly segments that we are now, as well as on our listserv. So if you want to get more information about programs that are available with Walton County 4-H, feel free to contact us here. We're located at 100 North Broad Street, right in the center of Monroe. Thanks for all you do for our community, and if you have any questions or need any more information from us, we're here to help. Have a good day.
Hey, I'm Isaac over at Reboot, and we're going to give you the Reboot Tech Tip today. Wanted to talk a little bit about computers these days, Windows 10, upgrades, all that stuff, browsers. Used to be back in the day when Windows first came out that every time a new Windows version came out, you had to get a new computer, because the new version, it needed so much more resources and all that stuff. And that really stopped, I guess, when Windows 7 came out. Windows 8 came out, you could still use the same computer. Windows 10 came out, you could still use the same computer. These days, though, I think Windows 10 is going to be around for a little while. They were talking about just keeping Windows 10 and then just sending you updates once a year, like a an operating system update, a major feature update where they just added in features to you. So that's actually been happening now, I guess, for maybe 2 years or something like that. So that may continue, you never know, but that's what they're saying. So what has actually happened now, though, is the internet has become so big. So everything we do now is on the internet, right? You got cloud-based stuff, all these websites, like even businesses are using websites to do their business instead of programs that are actually installed on the computer, all that stuff. So one of the things that has changed, I guess in the last year or so, is that these browsers have become so heavy. And what I mean by that is they're using so many resources. And so it has come to the point now where when you buy a new computer, you've got to have more RAM. We recommend at least 6 gigs of RAM. And so we're not actually selling any new computers with less than 6 gigs of RAM. These browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, all those browsers, they're just eating up resources. Google Chrome is actually the worst that I've seen anyway. I will say that it's what we call a RAM hog, and so that's why you need more RAM. So when you go out and buy a new computer, make sure you got at least 6 gigs of RAM. Anything we're selling new anyway, we're actually trying to do it with at least 8 gigs. The other thing that's going to help you is what's called a SSD. I probably talked about this before, but back in the day, the old school hard drives, they actually had moving parts inside of them. There's a disc in here and a needle and all that stuff. And the newest technologies, there's no moving parts. So the drive, the thing that holds your data and operates the computer and all that, there's no moving parts. So it's literally 10 times faster. That's going to help you with your speed also. So it's smart, if you can, go ahead and get, an SSD in a new computer, not the old school. They're called platter drives is what they're called. And then one other thing, so there's also an issue now with the processors. So the processor is like the engine of the computer. There was a big thing, I don't know if everybody saw, but there was a particular virus that could access your processor and do all kind of craziness. So they've had to change the way the processors work and add patches into the operating system, like updates and all this stuff. So there's a few processors out there that don't work quite right. I will say one of them that I've seen that's a huge issue is it's made by AMD. It's an AMD A9. You want to stay away from that one when you buy a new computer. If you're going to do an AMD, do at least an A10 or above. And then if you're going to do an Intel processor, do a Core i3 or Core i5 or Core i7 is going to be fine. But we're kind of back. My point being is we're kind of back to we need more resources again. So again, if you're buying a new computer, do at least 6 gigs of RAM. Do a processor with 3 gigahertz or better. Don't do an AMD A9. And then if you can get a computer with an SSD, go ahead and do that also. All this stuff is a little more expensive, but it's going to be worth it. Your computer's going to last longer. It's going to perform better, especially if you're one of those people that like speed. Go ahead and do all that stuff. But that's it for today. And I'm Isaac with Reboot, giving you the Reboot Tech Tip.
Hello Walton County, this is Kevin Little with the Chairman's Report on Channel 16. Today I'm going to talk to you about several events that's been going on and some things that will happen upcoming as the summer starts today. Today's June 21st, longest day of the year. So it's been very hot so far over the last few weeks, but we're getting occasional rain to help things go. I want to talk to you just a little bit about Nancy Drew, the movie that was here. They filmed on the courthouse square, and they did, with the weather being such it was, that they were out here a little longer than they thought, and some of the grass was depressed, and but they have come back and fixed it. And so that was one of the big reasons that we've been working for a while, is that we wanted the courthouse grass to be beautiful for this 200th year celebration. That's one reason the concerts were moved off a year or so ago, because the sod that was there was in its infancy and it wouldn't mature roots. But as a result of the movie and what they've done, it looks like it's more apt to be able to withstand stuff. So the July 6th concert, and then the August and the September concerts will be on the courthouse square out on the front lawn, and so we will review that after those 3 concerts take place and see what happens to the front lawn, and see. Main thing is people don't need to pour their coolers out that has salt water or something like that in it, because that salt water will definitely kill the ground. And so just be mindful that it is, we want it to be a wow when people travel through. Nancy Drew people said that was one of the reasons they came to Monroe, was because of the historic courthouse and the beauty of it, and so that's something there. But I do want to say that the Nancy Drew people did come back and do what they said they would do to make the lawn look appropriate and make sure it was left like when it started. Want to talk to you. The road paving is up. We have, in combination with the City of Monroe, we've just resurfaced John Deere Road. It was much needed. Been several years in the making, and we got that road resurfaced for you. It's pretty heavily traveled. Some more roads will be paved as we get on into the summer. The state contract will come in and allow us to pave about 7 to 8 miles with state money, and then we'll pave probably about that much more with our county money. So keeping your smooth riding surface is something that's very important, and transportation is going to be a big key with the upcoming splash vote in November. The cities and the county have all come together, and we've got some good plans for some quick fixes to some of the problems that we have. We've met with DOT. We met with our DOT board member, who is actually the chair of the Georgia DOT board, and then we've also carried him around the county and showed him the problems that we have and some of the things that we need. As development and growth takes off on Highway 11 North, we talked to him about the getting off of 78 onto Highway 11 and a continuation of a lane up through there going toward the Board of Education and Bojangles. We need some multi-lanes up through there, and if that shopping center comes to reality, then you're going to need some traffic flow movement there. The ramps are too close to the bridge. It actually needs to be totally revamped, but at this time there's not monies for DOT, but we can widen the ramp and then add an extra lane, which will make traffic move smoother. And so a lot of things, as the population grows, we've got the cities and the county has had a 6-month pretty good growth spurt. And I think you're going to see that in the coming years, as Walton County is an ideal place to come and live. And I think we're going to continue to grow and prosper over the next several weeks and years. And zoning is going to be a big issue, as you see people coming, and rooftops will be coming. And coming with rooftops will be other announcements. We hope that we'll have some other economic development news coming forward pretty soon. And last time I checked, the DOT was still looking to buy the right-of-way for the bypass in their fiscal year, which starts after July. And then the right-of-way, they get the right-of-way purchased, and construction will be still in 2020. Talked a little bit about transportation, and that's probably a big key. That everyone kind of touches everybody on a daily basis if you can't get through that red light or you can't get through that intersection. So just look at the projects that we will be putting out that's going to be coming up on the November vote, and I think it's a lot of traffic relief for the county and the cities, and it'll be something that you'll want to vote to continue that sales tax. But if you have any questions or concerns, please give me a call, 770-267-1301. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're staying busy here at the center, and we really appreciate all of you that's coming out to visit us, and glad we're able to help you out. I did want to discuss a few different things today. First off, we've gotten a lot of calls about paint and how to get rid of paint and things like that, and I kind of wanted to go over that again. With the paint, the first thing to keep in mind is generally every November, as a part of America Recycles Day, we do a paint collection event in conjunction with the Atlanta Paint Disposal. So they help us out with that, and we try to collect as much as we can on that day in November. So keep that in mind if you have a lot of it and looking for the easiest way to get rid of it. Just kind of keep that November date in mind, and we will make sure we advertise as best as we can, and I'll also talk about it a little bit on here as we get closer to that time. That is the easiest way, pretty much labor-free way of getting rid of paint, other than just getting it here. The other way to get rid of it, if you can't wait that long, is it's been recommended to us to use either kitty litter or oil dry, something like that, to put into the paint. You can kind of mix it in, let it absorb all of the paint, and then what you're supposed to do is then scrape the can out. You can put the contents in newspaper or whatever, and it can be balled up and put in your trash can with anything else. There's nothing harmful about it at that point. So just wanted to, and then, you know, the can can be brought here and thrown away in the house with your household trash, or it can be brought here and thrown away once all of that paint is out. But even with the kitty litter in, the kitty litter is still supposed to come out of the paint can. The paint can should be basically, for the most part, empty. Just wanted to get that out there. We've had a lot of calls about that here lately, but the easiest thing to do is to be on the lookout for our paint collection day coming up in November. It will be, we know it will be somewhere around November 15th, probably the Saturday before or the Saturday after, just depending on kind of where it falls. November 15th is always America Recycles Day, and we try to find a Saturday to do the paint collection event on, so we can, that's a better day to get people out. One of the other things to keep in mind is it's a little bit early, I know, but we are starting to look towards our 2018 Rivers Alive event. It's one of our bigger events, and sometimes we get people that last minute, you know, call about volunteering, and it gets to be hard to find a place for them. But I did want to put out there that we're going to be reaching out and trying to get a count on the number of volunteers we have. So if you're interested in being a part of our Rivers Alive event, that will be the tentative date for that is October 13th. That is not set in stone yet, but that's most likely what we're going to go with as long as we can get approved for that date. But if you're interested in that event, you know, give us a call here at 770-267-1421. We'll get you on the list. We'll send you all the information you need and help you find some spots to clean. Tell you a little bit more about Rivers Alive. But we are going to be sending out emails to some of our past contacts. And if you're not on that email list, you will need to call us, and we'll get you on that list and get you, you know, to be a part of a great event. It really is. I think when the event started years ago, it was just a small handful of people that met here at the center and went out, and it's grown to over 300 volunteers is what we've had the last 6 or 8 years. So it is a big event. It's a great event. And like I said, if you're interested, give us a call. We would be happy to share all the information we have and get you to be a part of that. Outside of that, as I always do, if you've never been to our center, if you're not recycling, if there's things you wish you could recycle that you're not able to recycle at home, give us a call and see if that's something we may be able to take care of or to help you out with here. If you've never been to our center, come out, walk around. We'll be happy to show you around and tell you exactly what we do here. So come on out and see us, and until next time, take care.
My name is Dr. Caitlin Miller. I am Monroe local at heart. I grew up here and am a graduate of Monroe Area High School in 2009. I recently joined the practice here at Monroe after graduating from the University of Georgia College of Veterinary Medicine. I've always wanted to be a veterinarian since I was a little girl, which is something that a lot of people say. I grew up with animals at home and actually always wanted a pet goat, which I still have not achieved that goal, unfortunately. But getting a puppy was a compromise for me when I was a kid. The reason I ended up staying in veterinary medicine was really for the people. I think that developing those relationships is really important. I also think that providing good educational resources is really important. In this day and age, there's so many options and so many blogs and websites that you can really become overwhelmed with information. And I wanted to be able to be the best advocate that I could be for my patients and for your pets by providing everyone with quality information. We are working at Monroe Veterinary Clinic to provide you with some quality posts on our social media through our Facebook that can give you solid information that's coming directly from me, the veterinarian. We want to be involved with you with that as well. So we want to hear, what are you Googling at home? What are you curious about at home? Because we can bring that information directly to you through social media. I think that social media and the internet provide us so much access to things, but I think because we are overwhelmed by all that information, it's really important to take everything in and then also weed out what is helpful and what might not be as helpful. Down. Down. Good boy. Good job.
Hi, I'm Jody Johnson. I'm here with the Recreation Report. Glad to see that we've installed a new program here at the Recreation Department. It's called Civic Rec. You can go to our website at waltoncountyga.gov, which has been, the county's website's also been upgraded. But you can go there and go to our department, our recreation page, and now all of our classes that you would go to at the rec center, athletic programs, pavilion rentals, room rentals, anything you want to do now is you have capabilities of doing that online and ensuring that you're getting one of the first spots that are available, whether it's an aerobics class or you want to rent a Matthews Park Pavilion, which is booked up throughout the summer. So all those things are now available online. So it was amazing to me that we installed this program, and within a month's time, probably 75 to 80% of our users are now using that and paying with their debit cards at the comfort of their own home or their own personal computers or their cell phones. So that's one of the newest things that's going on here at the Recreation Department. And we're utilizing this program not only for the convenience of people to register for our classes, but we're also utilizing the technology within our department from actually running it now that our drafts used to be ran with pencil and paper. People would go out and do their evaluations, then we'd come in and having to spend hours going through rating the players and trying to divide them up. Now all of that stuff is done similar to a fantasy draft that you would do playing fantasy football, where everything is on the wall, on the TV, on the computer screen, and click and drag the teams together, and instantly we have a roster with uniforms, and everything that we were doing by hand in the past is now automated. So it's really improving some of the things that we were doing manually here at the Recreation Department. So trying to keep up with technology is it's a good thing on one end of making everybody's jobs a little simpler to do and less errors that we could make. On the downside, technology can sometimes hurt us because now we're not out physically doing some of the things we normally would do. With that being said, I do encourage everyone to get out and visit our parks. We want you to be able to register and do all those things at home and not physically have to come to the park for the convenience. But we do want to encourage you to go out to our parks, utilize the walking tracks, utilize the pavilions when you have an event that may need that. Our athletic programs are the best bargain around. No one else around us where you can participate in 10 to 12 to 15 games a year for the price that we're giving you. Top quality uniforms. We have nice officials that are there that keep up and run the games to make them fairly played. So there's a lot of great things going on here at the Recreation Department. I encourage you also in July. It's the start of the new year as the community centers go. If you want to become a member, it's $104 per year per family. So it's a great deal as well. You can exercise in our climate-controlled environment. A lot of good Nautilus equipment from treadmills to the ellipticals, reciprocal bikes, all of the Nautilus equipment to not a whole lot of free weights, but a lot of the equipment that you can pull the pin, put the resistance on, and utilize that. So it's a great place to stay fit and stay healthy, is what we want all the Walton County residents to do. Again, go to our website at waltoncountyja.gov, and there's lots of information out there for you. I encourage you to give me a call, number 770-266-1680 if you have any questions, or send us an email. All of that's on the website as well. So all of our sports programs have ended for as the spring programs go. We've already started all of our fall activities. In fact, a lot of our evaluations and drafts are starting now. If you missed our fall registration, call one of our community centers and see if they have. There's a few spots available. I know down in Social Circle and in the Monroe area, there's a few spots available for any of the fall sports, whether it's football or baseball or soccer. Please hurry up and do that, because we're starting all of our evaluations and drafts here around the 4th of July. So those teams will be selected and then uniforms will be placed. We have to do that because it takes a little longer for our cheerleading outfits to come in. So I encourage you, if you're wanting to play anything this fall, which about 2,000 people have already pre-registered for those activities, I encourage you, if you're wanting one of those spots, to contact our offices immediately. Again, you can go online, you can see if there's any spots available as well. We keep up with it on that new website. So I encourage you to do that. Get out and exercise when the temperature allows you to, but stay healthy. And remember, sportsmanship starts at home. And until next time, thank you very much.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. Our member show is ongoing through July 12th, so please come on in and see this show before it goes away. Our winners have been announced, and so you can see who won Best in Show and first and second places in 6 of our categories. So please come see this show. Admittance is always free into the gallery. We have some fun workshops coming up on July 14th. We have a bracelet beading class, and then a pop-up shop with several of our jewelers will be here on July 14th on Saturday. And they will have specials and demonstrations and some workshops as well to offer to you on the 14th. And in August, we'll be launching at least 3 new classes, a drawing class, a painting class, and what's the other one? Drawing and painting, and I forget the third one, but it will be great. And then we've got our ongoing weekly classes that are going to pick back up in August, and in September, our student classes will begin again in September after Labor Day. We are gearing up for the end of summer, so please stay tuned for everything that we have coming up. We've got one more camp with openings, with maybe a couple of openings left, and we have our student intensive camp for ages 14 to about 18 for more serious art students. That's in July. So please check us out at monroewaltonarts.org. Call us 770-207-8937, or come visit us. We'd love to see you. Pick up a class list, see the gallery, browse in our shop. I'll give you a tour. You can see our pottery studio, our classrooms, all that we have available. So come see us soon. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in today. As always, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats that are here at Walton County Animal Control. You know, we're in that time of year, that summertime, where it's kind of a repetitive forecast. Hot and sunny with a 30 to 50% chance of thunderstorms every evening. But you know, a lot of times in those thunderstorms, the dogs really get spooked. So maybe you've got your dog outside, you want to make sure that you can bring him in during those afternoon thunderstorms. We get a whole lot of dogs that come through the shelter because he ran off during the thunderstorm. You know, they don't know what that is, and it kind of freaks them out, and they get running, and they'll run miles and miles before they stop and look around and wonder where they're at. So, you know, make sure in this hot summer and these afternoon thunderstorms, bring your dog inside for the evening, let them watch TV with you, spend some time in the house so they're not running off. Whenever a dog doesn't come through our shelter, that really helps us out to keep an empty kennel. Maybe your dog has run off. We promote helpinglostpets.com as the Lost Found service. We see people post found dogs and lost pets there, and they're reunited on the web without ever coming into the shelter, and that's also a big help for us. So remember, during these hot, humid, thunderstorm afternoon months, bring your dog inside, and if your dog does run off, or maybe you find a stray, helpinglostpets.com is a great way to get reunited. Now we're going to show you some of the pets that are here in the shelter needing new homes.
Here we have 2 kittens. They're both females. They are litter mates. They're about 2 to 3 months old. If you're looking for a kitten, we do offer a 2-for-1 on cats. So if you're interested, there are 2 siblings right here. Make great pets.
Hey, we have like a 2-month-old little gray cat here. It's a male. He'll have to be neutered. And remember, we do buy one get one free as our kittens. So if you want a cat, it's always good to get 2 so you have somebody to play with. Please keep us in mind. If it's not the color or that you're looking for, just remember that we get cats every single day, and we have all different colors, shapes, and sizes. So keep us in mind.
This is a pit bull mix. He's about 9 months old. He was found on Jennifer Court around June 30th, so he was ready for adoption. And he has had all of his shots, and he's been dewormed and everything, so he is ready to go.
This here is a about a 2-year-old gray and white female pit mix, pit bull, very energetic, but very sweet too as well, and she's looking for a good home.
Like I said, we have them in all shapes and sizes. Here's a 2-month-old female. She's like a medium hair. She'll have to be spayed. We have some more cats coming out. Like I said, we have plenty of cats. It is kitten season, so if you're looking for a cat, come get one.
Here we have 2 more kittens. These are litter mates also. This one is a female, this one is a male. They're about 3 months old. And they are litter mates to the last kitten you just seen. So if you're looking for a kitten, we've got them.
This is a male, about 6-month-old pointer mix. Very friendly and energetic, looking for a good home.
This is a champagne and white colored. She's definitely looking for a good home. I think she's done had a litter of puppies before, but she's definitely a sweet girl.
To my body is dust, till my soul is no more. I will love you, love you. Till the sun starts to cry and the moon turns to
What's the worst that can happen?